this is why you need to call through your keys. I've got more keys on my keychain than a janitor, and it always takes me like a minute to find the right key for my locker bar. If I ever get out of the fishing business, I'm gonna be a janitor for sure. I've got the keychain for it already. So I just left my house. The 3-day, 2,300 mile drive has just begun, and I'm very much looking forward to the fishing. I haven't so much been looking forward to spending the next 3 days in my truck, but looking forward to the fishing. I know it's gonna be a fun week. It's gonna be super hot down in Florida. We're fishing the Harris Chain of Lakes out of Leesburg, Florida. And you know, it's already almost June, so. All right, guys, we're rolling to Florida. I got up really early this morning. It's a long drive, and I wanted to get it, you know, an early start. So I was up at 3, on the road at 4, and we're gonna try to knock out 800-900 miles today. Get pretty far into Texas, and for me, from Phoenix to Leesburg, Florida, where the Harris Chain is at for this event, it's about almost a 3-day drive. It's a good 2.5 days, you know, at a normal pace. So the number one thing here is just getting to and from the tournament safely. And, you know, it's a big deal to have a reliable tow vehicle. Of course, I'm thankful to be riding on Hercules tires. But get there safely, fish hard, try to collect a check to bring home, and then get home safely. That's the name of the game this week. Good morning, guys. I'm just checking out of my hotel. Drove pretty late last night, and about to get back on the road for day 2 of day 3, driving to Florida. Check on the rig. Always a good idea to just run through, make sure everything's looking good with the wheel bearings and stuff. Tires are looking good. One thing I'm just checking for is make sure there's no grease or anything coming out of this bearing. They look good. So we're ready to drive another day. Here we go. If there's one common theme about driving across the country, it's this right here. Gas stations. Man, I think I'm getting about 300 miles per tank, but that means about 10 gas stops to get from point A to point B right here. First one of the day. There we go. You know, it's hard to understand. If you don't fish tournaments, it's hard to understand that someone could be under pressure, you know, going fishing, right? But it's just like any other sport. You've got the pressure to perform in a lot of different aspects, you know, trying to pay the bills, earn money at the tournament. You know, you've got the pressure to keep your sponsors happy. And, you know, Hercules, they're so good. They're one of my best sponsors, and it's been really cool partnering up with them. And I think it's really been helpful. You know, it's been a very mutual relationship. They sponsor another bass angler, Josh Douglas, and a sprint car driver, Greg Wilson. All great guys, and we have fun every time we get together. But it's been great hooking up with Hercules tires, and of course running the tires. They've been so good. This is my 3rd year running both the trailer and truck tires, all-terrain truck tires, and I've been so pleased. But anyways, all right, guys, it's the final stretch. It's the last morning of the drive. I got in late last night to my buddy Gerald's house, one of my travel partners here, one of my roommates on the road. We are about 10 hours away, so one more fairly long day, and we'll be there and we'll be fishing. I'm excited. Put a little over 2,000 miles on it. I think 2,100 miles to get here. It's a little dirty. It started out clean. Everything's looking good. Tires are doing great. Now, this is the lake. got a sweet little spot this week. Gerald found us. Long drive, but we're here in one piece, and time to chill out a little bit for one day before we get to work. I guess when you're in Florida, you need a screened in porch. I'm assuming that's for bugs, but maybe for critters as well. That's how you keep the alligators out of your swimming pool when you live right next to the lake. right, guys, so the Florida tournament is finally over. It was kind of a long week. It was kind of a stressful week, but ultimately it was a good one. Leading into practice, after the long road trip that you guys saw, I had to choose which lake in the Harris Chain I was going to fish. There were 5 different lakes that were in play. I ultimately chose to fish Lake Griffin. So I think I finished 24th out of the 40 guys in my group that first day, and I needed to be in the top 20 after the second day to move on. So there was a lot of stress going into that second day of competition, and you never know where you're going to do well and where you're not going to do well, but I want to be in a good position when we get up there. And I'm ready to get back after it. Hope you guys enjoyed the Florida show, and until then, good luck with your own fishing adventures. We'll talk to you all soon.